Hello, I'm Ravinder. I'm the Associate Project Manager for TMT. Please join me as we meet the TMT team. Annapurni, welcome. Can you tell us about your work for TMT?
In the TMT, I work as the work package manager for the observatory software. So the telescope, as you see, has a telescope and the instruments and the dome and everything together. So even though you have software to drive each of the systems separately, you need something to put that together and work as an observatory. So we work on the software which can integrate all these components and work as a single entity.
And you have teaching duties and you do your own research as well?
Yes, I'm an astronomer and I teach and guide students for the PhD projects.
Tell us more about your scientific research interests.
I'm very keen to understand how the stars evolve. And we do have single stars and we also have binary stars or triple systems in these star clusters. And these binary stars produce several exotic types of stars. And one such stars are called blue stragglers, which are popularly also known as vampire stars, because one of the star in the binary pair eats up mass or the material from the other star. So how this process happens is really interesting, and we are chasing several systems using ground-based telescopes as well as the space-based telescopes.
And where are your own telescopes located within India?
Yes, so our southern observatory is in a place called Kavalur, and the northern observatory is in Hanle, which is at the height of half the height of the Everest. So it's 4,500 meters above sea level. So this observatory is remotely operated from Bangalore. And we do have a solar observing facility in Kodaikanal and also radio facility in a station called Gauribidanur. So I'm presently the calibration scientist on the, or rather for the ultraviolet imaging telescope. This is one of the 5 telescopes on board AstroSat, which is the first Indian space observatory, which was launched in September 2015. So my involvement in this project is to predict the observational capabilities of this telescope before it is launched, and also verify its performance in orbit.
During my own visits to the Indian Institute of Astrophysics, I've been very pleased to see that there are lots of women working there in scientific and management positions. Can you tell us more about the experience that you've had growing up within India and the choices that you've made to pursue astronomy within that context and environment?
Yeah, so let me first tell you about how I found my passion and got into astronomy. Is when I grew up in the southern part of India, and the appearance of Comet Halley in 1986, it actually inspired us, and we arranged a lot of Skywatch programs, and then that really made me find my passion, and I realized that doing astronomy, was something which I would like to do in the future. So, but I pursued my physics as undergraduate main topic and also master's. And then when I got an opportunity to do a PhD at the Indian Institute of Astrophysics in Bangalore, I thought that was my call, and I took it up, and then I decided to take that as the career path. But at the same time, I also started giving violin performances at a professional level. So that was something which I had the other choice, like the plan B. But then I decided that no, astronomy is my career choice. But I still continue to perform violin. I would say that our institute is better represented from the point of view of women, compared to the other institutions in India as well as abroad. But having said that, we do find in general lesser women represented when you go up higher in the hierarchy. approximately half of my students are girls. And I believe that a career and your personal life is basically it has to go together when one cannot wait for the other. So you need to find out a way how you can do your career as well as take care of your family together. Women normally bring in a lot of warmth, binding within the members of the team, and also women being natural tendency for managing well, because they have to manage their family and their career together.
Yes.
So, and they also interact with people with different types of interests, so they have a natural tendency to bind them together in a better way. And also I've found them to be much more responsible and taking the whole team forward in a very good way.
Yeah.
So I've seen particularly in the TMT India consortium, where we have a lot of women working on the various aspects.
Yes.
We have seen many of these projects progressing really well, particularly when multiple partners are involved, multiple people are involved, teams spread across geographical locations on Earth. We've seen that happening.
We see that also. We're very grateful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. You can see it takes many different people to build what will be one of the biggest optical telescopes in the world. Please join me in the next of our interviews with the team.